With the NBA draft approaching, and the order being set, and the hype on guys like Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett, I thought it would be a good idea to look back at the best pick in each slot of the lottery. To narrow down the playing field, I only will go as early as the 2000 draft. So let's get started. The best first overall pick is LeBron James. It doesn't need to go into too much detail about this because, well, here's LeBron James. He's the best player of his generation, a top 2 player of all time, potentially top 1. He's won MVPs, he's won championships. He's a generational talent that has dominated basketball for years, and now, after 16 years, he's finally showing a small dent in the armor, and he's still been amazing. The best second overall pick is Kevin Durant, the best scorer of his generation, one of the most versatile scorers of all time. The youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's won an MVP, he's led the league in scoring 4 times. He's a snake, but he's still one of the greatest scoring talents of all time, and it must be recognized. The best third overall pick is James Harden. James Harden has been on a tear the last few years. This past season, he averaged 36.1 points per game, with the next closest player averaging 8 less points than he did. That's insane. He's won an MVP. He's led the league in assists. He's won 2 scoring titles. James Harden is just flat out a machine. The best 4th overall pick is Russell Westbrook, the triple-double man himself. You probably already know my stance on Russell Westbrook. I made a video about it already. But all that aside, he has been amazing the past few years in the regular season. He's an MVP for a reason. He's won 2 scoring titles. He's averaged a triple-double over the last 3 years. He's literally breaking his own record. Best 5th overall pick is DeMarcus Cousins. It may seem hard to forget because of his injuries and him joining the Warriors, but for the past few years, DeMarcus Cousins has been statistically one of the most dominant big men in the NBA. Yeah, he's a hothead. Yeah, he can be a problem in the locker room. Yeah, he's kind of soft for joining the Warriors. But that doesn't take away from the amazing numbers he's put up over the past few years. The best 6th overall pick is Damian Lillard. Dame may have had his breakout playoff season this year when he led the Blazers to the conference finals. But truth be told, Dame has been amazing the moment he stepped into the NBA. He was the unanimous Rookie of the Year. He's made All-Star teams. He's been one of the top scoring point guards in basketball. He's the best deep ball shooter not named Steph Curry. Speaking of Steph Curry, he is by far the best 7th overall pick. He changed the game. He's the greatest shooter of all time. He's the first player to ever win the MVP award unanimously. He's won 2 MVPs. He's broken so many shooting records that most of the all-time shooting records have his name full of them. One of the greatest point guards of all time. And it's kind of crazy how overnight he went from an all-star point guard to a generational player. This one was a bit tough to find because the 8th overall pick is a little iffy. But I ended up finding it. Jamal Crawford. One of the best 6th mans ever. 6th man of the year 3 times. He has shown an ability to be an absolutely dominant scorer off the bench. And by far one of the best 6th mans in NBA history. The best 9th overall pick is Amar'e Stoudemire. Amar'e may have been a bit overshadowed by other great power forwards in the early 2000s like KG, Tim Duncan, and Dirk Nowitzki. But he was a monster, and a key piece for the Suns' 7 seconds or less offense was Steve Nash. The best 10th overall pick is Paul George. Paul George in Indiana was a player that went from a potential solid starter to an established superstar. His leg broke in the 2014 Olympics, but he came back and was still an all-star. Then he gets straight to Oklahoma City, where this past year, he was in the MVP conversation for most of the year and was named first-team All-NBA, the first time in his career. The best 11th overall pick is Klay Thompson. This man, once he gets his fire, it's over. He scored 37 points in the quarter. He scored 60 points in a game once, and he did it in under 30 minutes. He had an NBA record 14 3-pointers in one game. He's one of the best shooters of all time, and probably would be considered the best in the NBA right now if it wasn't for Steph. Best 12th overall pick is Steven Adams. Steven Adams is a tough, gritty, team-first player. One of the best offensive rebounders in the game, and if Russell Westbrook wasn't stealing rebounds, he'd probably be known as one of the best rebounders in basketball. A great post defender and a great paint defender. A truly valuable piece to have alongside Paul George and Russell Westbrook because of his impact to have value on the game without being a scorer. Best 13th overall pick is Donovan Mitchell. The past 2 years, Donovan Mitchell has helped lead the Jazz to the playoffs twice. He's one of the best young players in basketball. He's an explosive scoring guard that shows flashes of MVP caliber basketball in the future. And I can't wait to see him grow. Now, the final pick of the lottery, the 14th pick. This was easily the hardest one to find. Because truth be told, there aren't that many great 14th overall picks. And considering the guy I picked, it goes to show the quality of the 14th overall pick in the NBA draft. But I found one. TJ Warren. When he was picked 14th overall by the Phoenix Suns in 2014. TJ Warren is one of the more underrated basketball players I know. He's a guy that gives you around 15 to 18 points a game while being a rather efficient player. If the Suns figure out how to run an NBA team, Warren will be a core player for a young, talented roster. And there you have it, guys. Those were, in my opinion, the best pick for each lottery slot in the NBA draft since 2000. Now, I could have gone all the way in NBA time, but that would have been a lot of players to talk about. It would have left a lot more room for debate. There are a few debatable picks that I have here. The one that stands out the most to me will be the 4th overall pick. I could have gone with Chris Paul, but I ended up going with Russell Westbrook. Truth be told, I probably could have gone with Chris Paul, but it could go either way because both of them are just amazing, and I just kind of lean more towards Russell Westbrook. The 5th overall pick was debatable. Kevin Love and DeMarcus Cousins. I ended up going with DeMarcus Cousins. Partially because of personal bias. I'm a big DeMarcus Cousins fan, but also because DeMarcus Cousins statistically was better for longer than Kevin Love was. So that ended up being the pick there. And some of them were hard. Like I said, the 14th pick was really hard to find. The 8th overall pick was kind of hard to find. I think another one. Oh, the 12th pick was also really hard to find as well. But I ended up finding them. And yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach at least 50 subscribers by the end of July. And we're also trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of summer. If you like basketball, again, subscribe below. Like the video. Tell your friends about it. And have a great day, guys.